What up, fight fans? This is Square Circle Productions, and I'm going in with my new rant. This one is in the Black Murderers Row series, and this one is about Bert Lytell. Okay. Born January 24th, 1924 in Victoria, Texas, Calvin Coolidge Lytell went on to become a boxer and was known as Bert Lytell and also known as the Chocolate Kid. The 5'8" middleweight contender never got his shot at the title alongside his fellow Black Murderers Row members. With over 100 fights, Lytell amassed a 71-23-7 record, with notable fights against Jake LaMotta and Archie Moore 2 times. All 3 were losses, as well as wins and losses in multiple fights with Black Murderers Holman Williams and Charlie Burley. He won all of his fights with Black Murderer Herbert Lewis Hardwick, a.k.a. the Cocoa Kid. Let me see. He spent most of his professional career in New York City, but eventually moved to and retired in Oakland, California. He died 2 days after his 66th birthday, January 26, 1990. Okay, and I just want to salute each and every one of the Black Murderers Row members and do a brief video on each one individually. And like I said, man, you know, this is very historical, notable fighters. Dudes fought wars. Largely unrecognized, unheralded. Never got title shots, although were very deserving. So much so that they had to fight one another. And they fought each other a total of 61 times. Like I said, I think he fought Holman Williams 3 or 4 times, and I think he got a couple of wins, a couple of losses, and I think a draw. He fought Charlie Burley. He lost I think 4 times. He beat him once, I think, and lost 2 and 3 times. But, you know, like I said, these guys, man, were the real thing. And, you know, unfortunately, they didn't really get the recognition they should have gotten back in their time, in their prime. You know, but like I said, in the Black Murderers Row video, that they sort of did boxing's equivalent of basketball's barnstorming. And so these guys fought in a lot of different places. I've seen them in Box Rec, where Bert Lytell fought a couple of times in Kansas City, Missouri. So, you know, shots out, you know, to the hometown. But, you know, these guys, man, they fought a lot of different places. So there's still people in places like Kansas City, St. Louis. He even fought in Wichita, Kansas. Places like that, you know, what they would call the Chitlin Circuit down south, you know, in places like that, you know, that these dudes were probably huge legends. Because at the end of the day, when the fight was over, they probably was at the local juke joint hanging out with the common people. And, you know, that's still respected in this day and time. And probably even more so back in those days and times. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, and also it wasn't very uncommon for after the fight or after the game to have a mixer or a party or a dance. That's another thing I forgot to mention about basketball in the early days. A lot of times after the game, they would have a mixer or a dance or a sock hop in the same gym that they got through playing in. They had a dance or whatever. So, you know, they got to spend time with the girls and, you know, so we won't go into all that, but you know what I'm saying? I mean, And I think just athletes in general, especially in those time periods, I believe they got a little more up close and personal with the fans, more so than nowadays. I mean, I think people genuinely respected those boundaries. I mean, you still, even in them times, you still had a knucklehead like, he ain't so tough. I can beat him, with a couple of drinks in this system. But, I mean, that's just how it goes down. But, again, salute to Bert Lytell. Rest in peace. And I'm glad that I was able to come across you and your colleagues and you guys' wonderful careers. And just want to say, peace out. One love.